everybody, and welcome to this afternoon's presentation of how to compete in today's competitive market. I'm gonna actually shut my camera off here, and then we'll get started. All right, so I want to start by talking about who RCS is. So Retail Control Systems is a retail solution provider. We've been in the market since 1987. We're a Counterpoint software provider. What we're going to be showing you today is the NCR Counterpoint solution, which is designed for specialty retail stores. We provide you with nationwide support with offices throughout the US. We have a dedicated team of NCR Counterpoint specialists. Our goal is to provide you with all the services that you need to be successful with your implementation. So training, support, implementation services, consulting, everything that you need to be successful and to optimize the NCR Counterpoint system. Today we service roughly about 4,000 retail stores. Those are some organizations with multiple locations as well. This is just a snapshot of some of our customers in the sporting goods arena. Okay, so we have quite a few ski shops, golf shop, general sports store, Red Sox team store, all different facets of the sporting goods industry. So let's talk about 5 ways that you can stand out against the big box stores. So obviously managing inventory, wanting to make sure you have the inventory your customers demand when they demand it. Personalized services is key. So being able to know who your customer is, provide them that personal level of service, whether it's looking for the proper glove for a t-ball player or sizing someone for shoes. Making sure that you are providing that extra level of service is key to standing out against the big box stores. Managing your customers, so capturing demographics from your customers when they come in the store. So there are some key fields in Counterpoint where you can actually make them unique to your business, and then it allows you to capture those key demographics as well. And these are key data points that you can market towards utilizing some of the tools that are available with NCR Counterpoint. Targeted marketing. So really that's capturing customer information at the front, having the system automatically track purchases, and then allowing you to market to them accordingly. And then we provide options for integrated e-commerce, and we'll talk about that. So let's talk about inventory to start with. So some of the key points that NCR Counterpoint offers that can help you make sure that you and your staff members understand your products and make sure you have the key products that your customers want when they want it. So being able to categorize your products and brands, being able to manage customer demand while avoiding overstock is key. We have some built-in tools that allow you to do that. Managing special orders. So if you don't have something in stock, but you have the ability to create a special order for that, Counterpoint has the tools to allow you to do that. There are an abundance of loss prevention tools built into Counterpoint. So the ability to set up securities and permissions so your cashiers can't do certain things. Also the ability to pull reports. You can see things like voided tickets, special discounts, things like that. Also the ability to make sure that merchandise, if you have more than one store, is available in all stores, equal amounts. And then we have transfer tools and transfer advice tools that allow you to do that. And then Counterpoint also offers a mobile inventory application that allows you to receive merchandise, look up items, do physical inventory, all of that through your mobile device. I'm going to jump over to Counterpoint right now, and I want to show you a couple of features with regards to what we're talking about. We'll start by talking about the point number 1, how you can utilize Counterpoint to categorize your products and brands. So let me jump into Counterpoint. And I'm going to start here by hitting the setup and then system. And then I just want to show you this feature. So this is a really cool feature in Counterpoint. It allows you the ability to set up unique fields that are key for your business. And then you can do a lot of things with those fields. So I've set up a brand, and below that, I've set up different brands that I want to maybe discount, have a filtered lookup, pull reports on. So now that I've actually created this field, it becomes part of my database. So I can do all of those cool things. And I'll show you an example of that. So I'm going to go into point of sale. So I'm going to launch my touchscreen. And then I'll show you where I've used brand in the touchscreen. This is just setting up my first customer. So this is my touchscreen. It's very customizable, so you can, put buttons wherever you want. You can add buttons and fields that you want to look at. I happen to have a brand button here, so if I click on that, I can now do a filtered lookup for my Wilson product. So if somebody comes up and asks me, do you have this specific product? I can click the filtered lookup and I can look at what I have for my Wilson brand products. And so you can do cool things like that with all of your different brands and just have them available at the point of sale screen. That's one example. You can also discount by brand. You can do reports by brand, and you can do filtered like views by brand product as well. I'm gonna click back over to my, my PowerPoint presentation, and let's take a look at how Counterpoint will allow you the ability to make sure that you have what customers demand in stock without having an overstock. Okay, so keeping your costs down. So I'm going to jump into Counterpoint again. Let me close out of this. And then now I'm going to go into purchasing, and I'm going to show you how you can do a purchase request. And the system is going to tell you what to buy based on your mins and maxes. So in purchasing right now, I could pull a report that says that the system will tell me what you need to buy in order to either have a certain amount in stock, or you could bring your minimums up to maximum, or just replenish stock in general based on the sale date. But I'm going to go into here to the purchase request. And I'm just going to do a purchase order and show you the calculation tools that are built in. So I'm going to auto assign this. I'm going to select my, my vendor. Okay, it's Camptown Sports. It has all my vendor information, ship to information. Now I'm going to go to my order lines. And at this point, I can start scanning or typing in something I'm looking for. I could use the keyword lookup to find it as well. But I'm just going to go ahead and hit the add button. And I'm going to ask the system to tell me what I need to buy from this specific vendor. Okay, so I can do that 3 different ways. I can do it by saying, please bring my minimum quantities up to maximum level. Okay, I can do it by saying, I want to replenish my stock based on a sale date. So I can put in some date criteria here. Or I can give myself days of supply. So I want to have X amount of days of supply from the sales date from here to here. The other thing you can do, and I know that's part of providing the absolute best customer service, is you can do customer only orders here. So if you have the ability to do special orders for customers, here's where you might go to say, okay, what special orders did I have today from this specific vendor? What do I need to buy? And so that's how you would do that. So I'm going to go and choose the maximum option. So I'm going to bring my minimum quantity levels for this vendor up to maximum. I'm going to go ahead and hit next, and it should recommend some items to buy. So here we go. So at this point, I can go ahead and say, okay, I want that, and I'm going to add those to my purchase order. Okay, I can come here and put in cost. Let me see. So let's do, and normally you would have that, but these are demo items, so I apologize, I didn't have it in here. So costs in. All right. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and hit post. It's going to ask me if I want to post this purchase order. So we're gone ahead and done that. Now it's going to show me my purchase journal. So this is my purchase journal. It actually I ordered what it recommended that I should order. And then this is my purchase order form. Okay. And I can go ahead and email those out to my vendors. But now there's my purchase order. So the next step would be coming out to receivings and then just receiving those items. Super simple. You just find your purchase order and then make sure the quantities are in check. And then you can just go ahead and hit post. And now they are in my inventory system. And if I want to, I can print out labels. So Counterpoint does allow you the ability to print barcode labels out of the system. So that's a nice feature. If you can store labels too. So if your vendors have barcodes on it and you want to utilize that and not print your own, you can certainly do that. All right, so that is managing customer demand while avoiding overstock. All right, I'm going to go to the next. We have a limited amount of time, so I'm just going to go to the next item and let's take a look at what's on that. So providing personalized service. So having a quick, easy to use point of sale system is key. Last thing you want is your cashiers up there fumbling around, having to type in barcodes or look for products. You want to have the ability to do that, but also have it be quick and easy for them to do that. Quick lookups for products and brands. And I even showed you how you could do that point of sale and just look up a specific brand. Customer service features at your fingertips. Really, that's what Counterpoint's all about. So we actually have product notes that you can put on your items so that if a customer asks a specific question about the product, you can easily look that up. Pop-up notes to help with upselling. So that's a great feature. So if somebody's buying a brand new glove and you want to sell them some glove oil, along with that, you can actually set up what's called a tag-along kit and have them under the desk so that if they're buying a glove, you say, would you like to get some glove oil with that? And you could just add it to the ticket right from there, just by setting it up as a tag-along kit. We have mobile tools that are available for selling events. So if you wanted to go to a sporting event, set up a booth, start selling some products, we have the tools that allow you to do that. You can also utilize those tools to be walking around the floor. You can look up product from those tools. You can actually do a sale from start to finish. And we have Bluetooth peripherals that will allow you the ability to scan merchandise on the floor as well as print out receipts. And then products lookups in Zoom for looking up quantities for maybe you have stock, don't have stock in this store, but you might have stock in another store, or substitutions, or even item notes. So let's take a look at some of the key features in point of sale. Hang on just 1 second, we'll flip over. I'm gonna go ahead and click my touch screen, and that'll launch my point of sale screen again. And I'm just gonna go ahead and do a ticket. First, we're gonna go ahead and type in scan a few orders, scan a few items. Okay, this happens to be a basketball bag and it comes in different colors, so I can pick the color. You can also barcode each of those as well. So I didn't for this demonstration, but you certainly can. All right, and as you saw, there are some images that are coming up. That is an option. So you can have images pop up. That's a loss prevention tool to make sure that somebody's not like switching tags on the floor. So at this point, I have these items in view. If I wanted to hover over a specific item, if they said I only saw one on the floor, but I wanted to get 4 for my team, do you have any more in stock? Once I hover over an item, I can hit the zoom button, and that's going to allow me the ability to look at what I have for quantity on hand. So I can look at my quantity available in the store. I can look at all the stores that I have. I can also look at recent sales. So if I wanted to drill down into a specific sale, I could do that as well. You can also do things like if I hit the zoom button on this and I want to look at specific item notes, or if someone's asking me a question about it, I can come here because I've stored notes on this particular item. I can talk about how it's made with recycled content. You know, it's a wipeable material, easy to clean. You know, I can start like really talking intelligently about this Adidas canvas bag. All right, I can pull in a customer at this point too. So I'm going to go ahead and pull in John Ross. And let's say, well, I have John here. He says, hey, I did buy a basketball last week, but I forgot to get my receipt. Can you reprint that? I can go ahead and hit my zoom button on my customers as well. And it's going to show me the details that I want to see about John, because this is customizable. I can even see that he's exceeded his loyalty points balance here. I can look at his recent sales. So in this scenario, he wants me to reprint a receipt. And then if I have the rights to do so, and this is something that you can lock down and make it only be a manager override, I can click on the item, look at the details, and then go ahead and reprint the receipt. Okay, I'm not going to do that. I'm not connected to a printer, but you can do things like that, and it'll pop up as a duplicate receipt. So when we talk about providing the key elements at point of sale so you can provide that personalized services, those are some of the key items that we're talking about. All right, I'm going to go ahead and let me just go ahead and complete this ticket and go back to the PowerPoint and continue on. All right, I will just highlight the receipt for a second. So the receipts are customizable by store. So if you have 5 stores and one store is having a unique promotion, they can customize that receipt just for that specific store. So you can customize 5 lines at the top, 50 characters each, and 5 lines at the bottom, 50 characters each. This barcode is for a validated return. So again, another nice customer service feature. So you can just scan that barcode and return the items. And if by chance they don't have the barcode, Counterpoint gives you the flexibility to look up the ticket in a lot of different ways. So you can scan a card, look it up by item, look it up by customer, ticket range, date, and then you can get into advanced filters too. Okay, so lots of flexibility there. All right, I'm going to jump back to my PowerPoint and hit the next option. So managing your customers. So Counterpoint gives you the ability to set up customers for life. I know as a mom, my kids started T-ball, and of course I needed to go to the store to buy them the T-ball gear that they needed. And then once my oldest daughter hit high school, she entered into the field hockey world, which I knew nothing about. So it was key for me to go to a sporting goods store who knew how to size my daughter's stick, make sure I had the proper equipment, and they continued to market to me for the next 4 years of high school about that field hockey equipment. So they were certainly doing it right. They captured my information, they saw the purchases that I made, and they targeted me year over year. And we kept going back to that store to buy all the equipment that we needed. So Counterpoint gives you the ability to get quick access to past purchases. So we did just look at that in point of sale. There is a built-in loyalty program, so you can define what that program looks like for your business. It's typically points-based, so for every dollar spent, you define a point, and after so many points, they earn redemptions. You can determine how those points get redeemed, whether it's on a sale. We have tools that allow you to create a create a coupon for a future purchase. You can put it on a gift card, like however you want that to happen, you can define that. So capturing key demographics, that would be those profile fields that we talked about. So the profile fields not only give you the ability to do that with inventory, but you can also do it with customers. So you could set up, you know, a child field and put the ages of those children so that you can continue to market to them. Or maybe even the sport, so that you can, maybe both of them, age and sport, so you can market accordingly. Customer notes, the ability to manage gift cards, and then you can do the targeted marketing that I mentioned. So let's take a look at the customer features. Okay, I'm going to do it right from point of sale because I have access to do that. So let's take a look at John Ross. I'm going to hit the edit button here. Nope, I'm not. It's, yeah, let's do this. So we'll hit the zoom button here. And as I mentioned, you have the ability to do customer notes. So you can have automatic notes pop up. So let's say in this scenario, John has an outstanding order that he has to pick up. So when he comes to the store, this allows me the ability to say, John, you have an outstanding order that, that you need to pick up. So I can do that and I can deliver his order to him. I can look at John's past ticket history. And again, if you capture customer information at the front, the system is going to track when he buys and what he buys so that you can target accordingly. So in this scenario, I do have loyalty points set up for John. So when I bring John into this transaction, it should start, whoops, let me go to here. Wrong. Okay, let's do this. Yeah, so it's starting to tell me what points are available for redemption. So, so I can now redeem points on the sale. All right, I'm going to minimize that for a second. And I want to go into setup again and system and then quick setup. And I want to show you in the customer record, in the customer field, you can set up profile fields here as well. So it looks like I have some that I set up here for student and VIP. But if I wanted to set this up for sport, and then I could, looks like I have used this in the past, but let me go ahead and, sorry, this is a demo database. So I'm going to delete these out first because I'm going to reuse it for something different. All right. So now I can start adding my sport. Okay, and now I can, so now this is the sport and maybe we'll make this age. So, well, okay. So now I want to show you kind of where that, what happens with that. So when I go into my customer record, now when I go to my profile field, you can see that I can now add the type of sport that this individual is purchasing items for or playing in, and then their age group. And so now from this point forward, I'll be able to target them based on their sport of choice. All right, that is lots of cool things that you can do with that, and that's just really scratching the surface. So I wanted to show you that. All right, let's look at loyalty points. So if I go to setup and system, oh, you know what? Let me try this. Let me show you the nice search features here. So this is the loyalty program. So you can set up your loyalty programs. This is kind of what they look like. So you can define a maximum tickets per order, the incremental rules, the rounding method. You can choose whether they get to earn points on sale items or anything on price overrides. And then you can define what the earning rules are. So this happens to be 1 point per dollar. And then the other option is defining the redemption. So you have the ability to do that as well. And then when you do a ticket for someone who's part of our loyalty program, what it does is it actually goes ahead and prints the loyalty points on the receipt along with that customer's details. So this is how I know that John is part of the loyalty program. He knows now when he gets his receipt how many points he has. All right. All right, and then as far as gift cards are concerned, there's a gift card program built in. So, you can manage that whole process yourself. You don't have to worry about stored value cards that may have processor fees. It's all built in. So I want to talk about targeted marketing, and I've kind of already have done that, so I'm going to touch on this. So Counterpoint tracks the details you need from your purchases. And if you are connected through one of our connectors to e-commerce, it will also track your online purchases because that information flows into Counterpoint. So the system will track that and allow you to utilize that data to market. You can also set up unique profile fields, which we took a look at. And then you can get reports out of Counterpoint that tell you when is the last time this person purchased. And we have an integrated email marketing tool that allows you the ability to harness all of this information and build your own lists based on these criteria and many more. So just wanted to talk a little bit about that. So that's key in making sure that your customers continue to go to your store as opposed to an online competitor, maybe someone down the street. You want to make sure that you're continuing to stay in front of them. All right, integrated e-commerce. So Counterpoint does allow you the ability to flag items that you're going to sell on the web. So I'm going to jump into Counterpoint for a second and show you that. Let me minimize this and we'll go into inventory and look at an inventory record. So, okay. So these are my Nike basketball sneakers. This is an inventory record. So when you create an item for sale, you basically have to have what you see here in green. This is the requirement to create that item. So just thought I'd start with that before I jump into something else. So, but this is what your item record looks like. So what I wanted to show you is on e-commerce. So if I wanted to start selling this item on the web and I had a connector that would connect my Counterpoint application to the web, basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and flag this. I can define the URL. I can pull in an image file. Let me see if I have that image here. Thought I did, but I guess I don't. All right, so we'll just pull in this hat. So I can pull in an image file. I can mark it as new. I can say whether it's on special. I can do a little bit of editing here, but most of what you're going to be doing would be with something like Magento, WooCommerce, Shopify, and then you would be doing more editing in that platform. But this is going to bring over some basic information. So once you flag an item that you're going to be selling it on the web, you can utilize the e-commerce tab to publish that up. And then again, do additional editing there. But our integration partner works with Magento as a online platform developer, BigCommerce, Shopify, and WooCommerce. So if you have a Shopify store and you're looking for an integrated e-commerce solution with your brick and mortar store, then we've got the solution for you. It allows your consumers to buy online and pick up in store, which is critical. So if you're going to be competing against the big box stores, this is going to be a critical element. Curbside pickup, Even local delivery is available with our integration partners. So this would allow someone to place an order and have it delivered. Shipping integration, gift card integration, and loyalty integration. So again, I think integrated e-commerce is definitely a key element with regards to competing against the big box stores. In fact, I would prefer to buy locally, even online, and be able to at least have a resource to just return it if for some reason something doesn't work, or maybe go into the store and try it on before I finalize the sale. So I think those are pretty key elements. All right, well, that is what I wanted to show you here today. So I thank you all for joining us. And